Hello YouTube! I am Pinstar and this is Pinstar Plays Omelet You Cook. So it's been a little bit. Sorry for the lack of videos recently. It's real life has been a bit of a bear right now. But I'm back and we're playing more of this because I enjoy it. There have also been a couple of patches recently for the Omelet You Cook. So let's take a dive in here. So yeah, you can see the starting screen's been reworked. So now when it comes to difficulty, they've added two aspects, and I really like this option. So previously, the if you wanted a sort of turn-based, stop and think experience, you only could play on the easiest difficulty. Everything else involved the conveyor belt and some form of real-time challenge to them, which if you put on the chef's hat is going to be what you get. But now they have this little beanie here, this little winter hat here, which makes it basically turn-based no matter which the difficulty. So you can play with the higher difficulties in terms of number of rounds and difficulty of customers and whatnot, but not have to suffer under the conveyor speed. I'm conflicted because it is. I do like playing on the chaotic, the intended dev experience, but you know me, I like to stop and yap when possible. So you know what? For consistency's sake, since we played all of the other starting ingredient lists on the chaotic one, we'll finish off with that. But I might do another couple videos on the peaceful setting just to see what it's like. And also, let me know in the comments what you think. If you want me to stop and think and try to min-max this, or do you want me to keep it chaotic to keep the action flowing? So we've beaten it on all of the other settings, all the other difficulties, or not even difficulties, starting ingredient pantries. So here we've got the loaded potato, which gives us 5 potatoes, 2 French fries, and 2 hash browns, and starts us off with Marty the Plug, minus 2.5 base income. Root crates are more common, and 2 points for each root. And all of these are roots. So basically, yeah, root, and root. I will still play on the red apron, so let's give it a try. Leave a root on the side. Maybe. All right, so let's ponder strategy here. The French fries give money and malt to other processed. So we want French fries and hash browns touching each other. And yeah, this bonuses off of that. And then since all of these are roots, potatoes can touch anything. Potatoes are also crunchy, which will benefit. So hash browns are kind of like the star of the show, but we definitely want like 2 French fries, 2 hash browns, and then a potato maybe, because potato's a little bit weaker. But we'll see what we get. There's our potato. There's our French fry. There's our hash brown. There's another hash brown. I guess we're getting another potato. Yeah, we didn't leave a root on the side, but we got some good money, despite our, well, actually no, I think we got back to where we were. We got 70 or 25 cents over what we were, where we were, as it were. All right, veggies, no. Raw helps out our potatoes. To each raw. The potatoes don't have any base points, so that, well, no, they do. So that makes them 2.3 points apiece. I'm not really digging any of these, honestly. I don't know if sweet is going to combo with us. And we only have $5, so we couldn't get the cornucopia if we wanted. Sweet or seafood? Sweet could be, you know what? I'm gonna gamble on sweet here. Actually, you know what? Let's do some trash because I do want to shed a potato. So now we could do cornucopia if we wanted to, but I think early game we want. So you're chewy, you're crunchy. So yeah, crunchy. 1 point per 3 ingredients. So we want to load up the pantry. What plus 1 points per crunchy? So you touching the hash browns makes sense. Per sweet and discard, we don't have a lot of sweets. Per 2 ingredients and discard when taken. Yeah, apples. Now we go. We don't need to feed another thing to the dog. All right, can't pick up more than 10 and use potatoes. All right, so what's our plan here? So if we get apple on the first one or after a reshuffle, that's when we take apples. Because otherwise they're not worth that many points. In fact, right now they're probably not worth many points at all anyway. So we might stick to our potatoes. Apple is not worth enough. Alright, we get French fries. I guess we'll take another potato. Yeah, the French fries minus themselves out, unfortunately. Didn't get 10 more, but we did get a fair bit of money. Alright, ooh, now that's a pick right there. Crunchies? Absolutely. Also, yeah, they limited the number of helpers that you could have in total, and you can fire them if you need to make room for others. We have 12 slots, so we're good. Let's trash. We only really need one French fry. And then let's get some roots. Carrots are new. Per ingredients pointed at. Huh? I guess it's like in terms of like a straight line. Per ingredient touching. Per $1 per 3 distinct ingredients. Oh, so if you get 3 different things touching it, it will ultimately give you a. But no, I think I might take the root, the carrot, because it is crunchy. All right, $2 ain't gonna get us anything. We could save a basic bundle. Do we want to save a basic bundle? I'm going to save a basic bundle. Do we want to save the reclaimed wrench? Kind of want to save the reclaimed wrench too. Alright, yeah, my least favorite combo here with the... Alright, leave a root on the side, smaller omelet. 5 unique ingredients, we can do that. Alright, no apple. Aha! Alright, fresh apple. Yeah, we didn't leave a root on the side, but at least we got the unique ingredients here. Alright, not doing a lot point-wise, but we are doing a lot money-wise, which is a good thing. I like these carrots. They're one of the new ingredients they added with the recent update. Ooh, fruit per dairy, no. Crunchy, chewy, soft. For meat, no. I think crunchy. So we got lots of crunchies. We have softs. We need chewies. And then that'll start paying dividends. Oh God, yeah, water hose? Absolutely. Let's go for a basic bundle. See if we can't get a chewy. That's a soft, that's a soft, that's a crunchy. So these things will go nicely. Yeah, this, I mean, I'm going to take the seaweed. It doesn't give us the chewy that we want, but seaweed underlying hash browns are a really good combo for points. What else is soft? Yeah, only the hash browns are soft, but that's good enough. I don't think we need 4 carrots, so I'm going to feed you a carrot. We have $3. I do still want to keep the wrench, though. Leave a root on the side. Okay, I guess we do hash brown. We'll do French fries. We'll grab a seaweed under. We will do that. Yeah, the seaweed paper gives us some much better and much needed point scoring potential. And honestly, given the amount of money that our stuff earns us, leaving the root on the side probably would have been unprofitable compared to just putting it on and getting it scored. Okay, increase omelet size is really good. Baked can be chewy. Bacon is chewy and crunchy. Soft. Yeah, asparagus is another one of the new ones with the pointer. But no, we want bacon. And crunchy. it gets bonused from that too. So yeah, definitely bacon. We want the bigger egg size. We'll still take the free trashed ingredient. We can get rid of one of the bacons. We'll take the wrench. Yeah, this bacon definitely helpful because now we can enable our combo. And yeah, we don't need we don't need to put bacon on the seafood. Bacon next to crunchy, and it's baked, not processed. So French fries, actually French fries going on top of. Oh man, yeah. French fries on top of seaweed is huge because it multiplies the points. Oh, you rotate. All right. Well, all right. 3C. All right. We need some of our key items here. That's not one of our key items. Thank you. We need our hash browns. This is going to end badly. We got like nothing bonusing. Yeah, we had no softs bonusing up our stuff. I think we're dead here. I got none hash browns. Yeah. All right, let's run it back. I needed those hash browns. Need a soft on the side? Probably not. French fry. Hash brown. Yeah, so we got the extra $1 from there. $5.25. About the same we were last time. Baked. Crunchy. Per crunchy. Let's go for crunchies. Let's actually do our trash first so that we get rid of some of our excess potatoes. Let's go crunchy. Here's that bacon. Per meat? Huh. Crunchy, soft, raw. And then there's the apple. Apple didn't really do much for us. I guess we can start migrating towards. We'll get some avocados. I'm not going to play them. We need meat to make them actually work. Ugh. Yeah, because the self malt does nothing for us if there's no meat. So hash browns, French fries, French fries. Why did I take that? Ooh. Well, at least we used some potatoes. Yeah, we need that seaweed. Basic bundle. We re-roll. Let's get our basic bundle. More hash browns. More hash browns. I think we get rid of the avocados. I think we get rid of the potatoes. And that's neither of those. No, I want the French fries. We're not getting get rid of any of those. We still have $6. I mean, we could get the seaweed from this. Ooh, it's a garnish per ingredient. Okay. Yeah, those want to be out in the middle of nowhere, but they don't want to touch other stuff. For raw touching this. Oh, and it's processed, which means raw and raw. All right. We could do sun-dried tomatoes. I think we can make that work. We still need meat. Oh God. Alright, well at least we have a slower conveyor. 5 unique ingredients. I think I can do that. Alright, so what's our game plan? We've got... French fries are key. We want French fries to touch each other. We want them to touch hash browns. We want them to touch... So the sun-dried tomatoes need to touch the French fries, but then the potatoes need to touch the sun-dried tomatoes and the avocados. But I mean, honestly, we don't really want to play them if we don't have to, because they don't do anything for us yet. But the French fries will give malt to the sun-dried tomatoes. All right, so French fries are going to be the central. All right, so we're going to put you up here. Get away. You can be over here. You can be over here. Get back. We will do more raw. Get back. And there's our other French fries. Yeah, we didn't use the avocado, but that's all right. Got an extra $1 from potatoes. And $1.75 from, yeah, so all the roots are making us lots of money. What do we got here? Crunchy per soft. Baked per raw, no. Vegetable when you try it, no. Crunchy per soft. So we have crunchy per soft, so those 2 malts crunchy per soft. I wish it was the other way around. I mean, these two now touching each other actually gives them points, because they are both crunchy ends. All right, we'll take this. I think we can make it work. But we need some more ingredients. Chatterbox Kevin. Let's get a basic bundle, see what we get. You're chewy. 2 points per ingredient overlapping. You like to touch raw. That is raw. So the spinach will boost sun-dried tomato. Spinach will also boost avocado if we can get some base malt here. Chocolate cake, soft processed. No, I think we go spinach. Let's see if we can get rid of the, nope, no, can't get rid of the avocados. We can get rid of a hash brown. More potatoes. Garnish. To each crunchy per soft. And these are all softs. Yeah, green onion garnish. We can do chatterbox Kevin. Five unique ingredients. Oh yeah, they no longer, when you get unique ingredient requests, it's no longer guaranteed to be exactly the number of different ones. So we only need 5 of our 7, which is good. All right, what's our game plan? Still don't really want to do this, but we want to lay down a bed of spinach, put sun-dried tomatoes on it, have them touch French fries on one end, and then garnish them with green onions. Yeah, the star of the show is the sun-dried tomato, no doubt. So let's start with a sun-dried tomato. We'll get a spinach leaf, put you on top. Back off. Back off. Back off. All right, another. Oh, phew, thank you. I was worried. Alright, yeah, So we got a couple of competing synergies here. Each crunchy per soft. See, this isn't doing the kind of work that I really want it to be doing. We got $5, which isn't actually that great. Root ingredients can work for us. Alright, finally can trash one of our avocados. Malt to extra ingredients? Probably not. More roots? Yeah. $1 minus 2 points. No thank you. What we really need is a crunchy that accumulates points. We're crunchy touching this. Yeah, hash browns are only we're starting to lose the crunchy sauce here. The crunchy top. And I don't want a whole bevy more of potatoes. -2 points for turnips is an interesting prospect. Because it's actually going to get nullified. So these are just going to give us extra dollars. That being said, baked is not really helping us out. So we'll go more green onions. Alright. Leave an underlapper on the side. Maybe, maybe not. Alright, we still want to get a so all the hash browns need to cluster around each other. Because they all buff each other. But really, again, it's the sun-dried tomatoes and the spinach that are our real workhorses. Good, get a bit of spinach. Can't have the spinach touch each other, but that's fine. Yeah, we can do that. And we'll get our third spinach. Heck, we'll leave it on the side for you, just like you want. Alright, French fries go over there. And we got the 5 unique ingredients. We'll see if we can get the score. I don't know if we're going to get 25 more than our already boosted score. Well... Alright, well, we just barely made the score, but... Yeah, what we need is a crunchy that has high base points that we can then boost up. And I think baked goods might be a source for that. Let's try and get rid of the avocado. Goodbye, avocado. Okay. So this has base points. Of course, we just got rid of the avocado. Of course we did. Crunchy per soft. So bacon touching hash browns. Yeah, bacon and I mean, that's a classic combo in of itself. Because the hash browns are soft. Green onions on top of bacon help it out as well. Alright, we'll take the bacon. I should have gone for that before I went to get rid of my avocado, because now the avocado would have come online. I think we buy that, lock that. Superstition. Oh man, that's a bad combo right there. Leave a meat on the side, maybe. Potato used. Score more than 30. We'll try. All right, good. All right, sun-dried tomato. Yeah. Actually, I shouldn't have gotten the garnish. Okay. Actually, no. French fries need to go right here. French fries need to go right here. Yeah, it's these sun-dried tomatoes that need to be the cornerstone of everything. I hope we get there. Oh, that was close. Not great income, but at least we have the cash register. Raw per processed. Unique ingredient or chewy per crunchy. So you're chewy. Yeah. I mean, crunchy. For each raw, to each raw per 2 processed. So, unfortunately, our raw ingredients so this would only really benefit the spinach. And we would need, I mean, we want to put the sun-dried tomatoes and such over it, but it doesn't, if it boosted the processed, which is the sun-dried tomato, to each chewy per crunchy. This is chewy, actually. You know what? Chewy champion. Because now that's buffing the bacon and the sun-dried tomato. Chewy, and then that's to each chewy per crunchy touching, which would be bacon, French fries. Yeah. Ooh, processed. Oh, and sous chef Sharon, yes. We got 12 bucks. Oh, and chewy, man, we got all sorts of good stuff. Let's do a trash dog first. I was hoping to shed one of our. We can shed a hash brown. We don't need quite that many of them. I was gonna pitch a bacon, but that's fine. Let's get a processed. To each chewy. Oh. Yeah, you're not raw, but you are chewy. Crunchy per soft. Soft processed. 2 points per ingredient. Nah. And then, yeah, more hash browns I think would be overkill. Yeah, I think Swiss cheese is a way. And then we go for a chewy. To each soft touching this, or more spinach. Softs don't really accumulate our points. Yeah, we'll take more spinach. Sous Chef Saren, please. Boring! Alright. Per Swiss cheese and leave a wrapped on the side, meaning one of our French fries. Alright, so we want a bed of spinach, topped by sun-dried tomatoes. And these want to be next to potatoes and green onions. And then a Swiss cheese touching. French fries we want touching. And then the bacon. What do we want with the bacon? We want bacon and chewy per crunchy. Yeah, we want potatoes touching the sun-dried tomatoes because that really ramps up. Alright. Bed of spinach. Bed of spinach. Sun-dried tomato. Bed of spinach. Bed of spinach. Green onion. We will do a let's get you. Too late for another bed of spinach. French fries. Potato goes here. You for the garnish. A Swiss cheese. Alright, I think we built pretty well there. I could have left that last thing of French fries on the side for the extra buck. There we go. Now we're starting to pop off. One less ingredient and mechanic. It's fine. Raw is great for the spinach. Actually, raw is great for the spinach. The other two doesn't really help us out with, but we're doing raw. Crunchy crate is huge. Let's see what we can trash. I think I'm going to start paring down on the hash browns. And then we'll take a crunchy crate. Ooh, yeah, legendary, but we have no meat. Apples are now a great thing. Crunchy, chewy, and then what is this? The crunchy per soft. 2 crunchy per soft. Okay, so this actually goes really well. Vegetable on the omelet, but it doesn't want to touch any of them. I think we go apples. Down to $1. Spinach. All right, well, hey, they want to pay me for spinach. I'll give you some spinach. Or not. Start with the potato, I guess. All right, there's our spinach. Potato covers spinach. More spinach. More spinach. Yeah, those apples need to show up sooner. Chewy. More spinach. Where's our sun-dried tomatoes? There's our sun-dried tomatoes, finally. Alright, 3 more picks. We gotta buff up these sun-drieds badly. Alright, apples, definitely. 108 is going to be a little bit tough. I don't know how ideal our... Yeah, I whiffed on a couple of these. Phew! Okay. I was about to say, I didn't quite get my combos off as strongly as I wanted to. Okay, vegetable. Yes. What can we shed? I think we can scrap the bacon. We could get both of these packs. We don't really want processed quite as much now, because, yeah, the French fries are the only thing that really buff it. Let's see what we can get with meat. Yeah, see, points per vegetable. Per chewy. Oh, 1 point per chewy on the omelet. There's a lot of chewy. Each chewy per crunchy. Yeah, beef jerky, absolutely. Do we go for the processed? Let's take a look. Tofu. 1 times to each... Oh my. 1 times to each vegetable touching this. Oh my. Yeah, we're grabbing tofu. Hell yeah. Still not buying our wrench yet, but still keeping it up there. Okay, the radical centrist plus smaller omelet size is a nasty one, but okay, so what do we want to do with this tofu? We need a bed of spinach. We put a tofu on it. We also put a sun-dried tomato on top of it. We also put green onions on top of it. What else is the vegetable? Yeah, it's just sun-dried tomatoes and that. So tofu gets all the sun-dried tomatoes touching it, and on top of as much spinach as possible. And also gets garnished. Although, yeah, it's more important to pair that up with the sun-drieds and the spinach. We'll start off with the potato, I guess. Alright, good. Spinach. More spinach. Sun-dried tomato. Yeah, we'll throw a chewy on here. Sun-dried tomato. There we go, tofu. Sun-dried tomato, and now we just need a whole bunch of raw stuff. I realize these are on the edge. Leave a meat on the side. Grab an apple. Alright, we're gonna get pounded by this whole half points laying off the side here. But I think our core is doing what it needs to do. bad. And we got all of our customer requests. Dairy we don't do. Each vegetable increase it. Oh. Baked per raw. We don't really have a baked. So yeah, meat hater, and then we start trashing meat. Base points to raw, absolutely, yes. We trash some meat. And yeah, here we're absolutely going to just go for the dog more and more. We'll take a vegetable. Per meat touching, no. I think we just go more spinach to have it more reliably show up. Trash a Swiss cheese. We don't need that many of them. Trash a meat to buff our bonus. Three fewer dispenses does nothing for us. Oh, this side's going to be easy. Processed on the side. Alright, I'm going to start with the tofu just so that we have that as the centerpiece. Yeah, let's start with this. There we go, chewy. More spinach. Yeah, we will garnish with the green onion. Crunchy. More beef jerky. This one's all out by its lonesome. But at least we got the unique ingredient one. Not bad. To each Chewy. Oh my, yes. We give bonuses to Chewy. No meat, unfortunately. Yeah, we can toss potato. I'll get the wrench. Although I should have fed the dog again. Because then I would have had $1 extra to then, yeah. Okay, lining this up is going to be tricky. Chewy on the side. Alright, good. Bed of spinach. We throw a chewy on, or throw one of these on here. You go on here. There's our tofu. There's another one of those. Important to get our core going. More spinach. More spinach. Yeah, let's... get all the garnishes, why not? I think that was a bad apple. And that's crunchy, not chewy. Alright, let's see what we got. Because we do want to focus on our vegetables, just because of the meat hater one. Alright, well, we got the points. We got the extra points. Yeah, that apple was crap. I realize that now. Also, I realize we're at max helpers, so if we want another helper, we have to trash somebody. That's not going to help us out. That's not really going to help us out. We can get rid of you. Man, really? I want to trash the meats. I guess we can get rid of one of our spinaches. Soft ingredients. We don't want seafood. I mean, we could get seafood just to trash them. Per vegetable on omelet, but don't touch the vegetables. To each crunchy per soft. So we want softs touching it, but not soft vegetables. You're you boost chewy. Yeah, we don't... I think shrimp is the only way to go here. We'll take you for the extra trash. And then I think we just try to trash meat. There we go, finally. Excellent. Not enough to trash again. We could take a soft crate. Yeah, no, that's not good. That is anti-synergistic. Each chewy. Six points of touching another anchovy. Alright, not what I really wanted. But at least we got the extra dispense. And maybe we'll get lucky and it'll be... we can trash a meat. There, trash the shrimp just so that we can get the... Alright, good. There's our spinach. Bed of spinach. Bed of spinach. bed of spinach. Alright, gigantic sun-dried tomato is fantastic. Smaller sun-dried tomato is also good. There we go. Fresh apple. Gigantic more green onions. Giant hash brown? No, more green onions. Giant potato. Oh no, you're supposed to be an underlapper. Meat on the side. Alright, good. There we go. Nice. All right, judge me, oh principal. It should be like a crunchy, chewy, and like, yeah, chewy, plenty of vegetables, nice and raw. Ah, no new unlocks? Drat. Oh well. Alright folks, so if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya!